Welcome to the Huts Hangout. Grab your blasters and blue milk because we're about to deep dive into the game where Huts rule and 3 scoundrels drool. On this episode, we have Bones, Matthias, myself, and Womprat, and a very late, last-minute special guest, Aldius. Welcome, guys. How is everybody? Well, Matthias?
I'm doing fucking great. For everybody who heard me complaining initially over in Womp's stream, I was a little concerned about having a last-minute special guest on, but God damn, the man's already proven himself to be a fantastic guest.
We have been really, honestly, oh god, it's been a mess. In the pre, okay. The reason why you've been watching like a starting stream for the last 10 minutes was I was reeling. Okay, but super excited to be here. I'm super excited to give, a lot of opinions, a lot of kits, a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, I'm excited. I am excited.
We're excited to have you, brother. I've been wanting you on for a while, so it's going to be a good one.
It's good that it's worked out this way. Actually, it was that you've come over. Yeah, you're just next door to me, basically. So
everyone else, I'm currently in New Zealand. Everyone else is super nervous I'm here because I've currently railed on everyone in chat at this point, and therefore, but we will get there. It'll be good. We will get to the content. Just run the content. It's good.
Yeah,
good.
How are you, Womprat? You were just in the middle of doing your Grand Inquisitor unlock. You still got hair, so that's a good sign.
Honestly, I'm hating the event. So I do not enjoy that event. I never have. The problem for me at the moment is I'm running on about 3 hours sleep over 2 days. So I was a little bit more grumpy to begin with. And then I've got to now deal with the bones. So enjoy your beer, guys.
Deal with the bones.
Also, guys, I have edible pine cones today. Right here.
Oh.
I know you can't see it on Spotify, but it's got the stem and everything. Real thing. Let's eat one real quick. Look how amazing and gushy it is.
Yeah.
Alright. That's all I'm doing today.
I do love amazing gushy things.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing today.
Bones, how are you?
I'm eating pine cones, talking swugger, hanging out with Aldous, hanging out with you fucks. It's gonna be a good day. Good day, mate.
Oh, it certainly is.
It will be a good day in another 48 minutes for me, but we'll see.
So you went to Wiggles Seaman World today, correct?
Do we need to do this?
Yes, we do. We've got to let everybody laugh.
We haven't even finished the introductions. Can we do the introductions first?
Go on, let's finish the introductions.
You're the last one.
LD, we haven't even asked how he was. We don't even know who he is. How much GP he's got.
Gives a shit how LD is.
Who the fuck are you, LD?
I want to hear you complain about the Wiggles.
He's got to tell people how high up the leaderboard that matters is. He is.
All right, tell us who you are, LD.
Yeah,
I said who gives a shit how LD is, and he shook his head like, nope, I don't even give a shit. Like,
speed up, move on.
How are you?
I'm good. I don't know why I'm here. But yes, it is a pleasure to be here. It's been one of my bucket lists for a long time. By bucket, I mean the bucket that I put things on. But yeah, no, it's speed on. I stream on Twitch. You guys know, everyone knows, people know. It's super easy. Okay, good to see you.
How much GP are you?
12.2. 11.2.
Okay.
Oh, somewhere around that. Something 0.2.
Kyber 1, Kyber 2.
Kyber 2 mostly. Kyber 2 to Kyber 1 on the edge. So I kind of, but as a streamer, I do tend to go a little bit more offense heavy. And I do tend to dunk my GP when I'm not streaming. So probably Kyber 2, but I think I'm in the world of Kyber 2.
Okay.
I see so many incredible people in chat. I know them.
Guild-wise, what guild are you in?
I am in the Death Star Port Designers, which is the old Urs guild before Urs quit. The same guild as Free 88, the same guild as Calvin Awesome. Calvin Awesome, you won't know him. He's a small streamer. I think he does some, and Calvin's terrible. I'm so much better than Calvin. I don't think he'd admit that. No, but I love Calvin. Who else is in there? A man called Old Man Logan.
Yeah,
Never heard of
that
him.
guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I've never heard of him.
I think he used to be in here.
He's
He did come on one time actually.
No,
I
but
think
Oh, that guy!
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still in the guild though. I don't know because I don't talk to guild. I do no guild events at all. I don't do TW and I don't do TV. I just fucking deploy. I don't give a shit.
Same here.
Okay, I don't give a crap. I only care about GC and stuff I do. Anyway,
Yeah.
yes, I stream on Welcome to Sandflies on Twitch. You guys fucking know. Welcome in Ray Rock. I love you. Happy up. On YouTube is Welcome to Sandflies on YouTube, which is my weekly. What is going on? But anyway, you guys know that. But let's move on.
Aldous, you've been around though for a long fucking time. Long time.
I've done this for 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
And I've streamed for 5 years, and I've done Swiggle for 5 years. It's been hell of a trip. It's had its ups and downs. I feel as though we're on a kind of an up and middle at the moment, I would say. It used to be. I don't like the move towards the episodes and eras. I don't know how much we're talking today, but the move to episodes and eras where kind of a move away from the surprise. I love a surprise. I love to be kind of like on the Tuesday, oh my god, we're getting this random character. I love that stuff. But with the episode and eras, it kind of moved into, okay, we'll tell you on the Monday, or we'll give you on the Thursday. And it's got like kind of boring.
Well, not only that, but we already know, like they bought out Omega, and then it's like, oh, by the way, here's the other 4.
Yeah.
They'll come out sometime, but here's the names.
So the FOMO's kind of moved away from the top level guilds, the top level players. But that's okay when you're. I don't tend to spend with the game anymore, and I didn't spend a lot, relatively. But we'll talk about that if you want. But I just feel as though the game has gone into kind of a maintenance mode, and it's kind of enjoy the bits you want to enjoy, don't enjoy the bits you don't want to enjoy, don't invest in characters you don't want to invest, or spend. You know, there's a lot in that. But anyway.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that. I think they're in the retirement phase where you have many years to go, but you're just going to relax, chill. We're going to give you a bunch of crazy fucking characters to extend the game out even longer. But I think you're going to get what you're going to get. It's lived its life, you know?
I think the meme we need is someone in CG with a computer who just goes up to the top left-hand character, top left corner, and clicks auto special. Like that's what they've done. They've hit auto special. like, and we're all sitting there going, "Oh, they're hitting auto special." You know, like that's kind of where we are. But anyway, but let's not.
That's a good way to look at it.
But a lot of a huge. Okay, well that's why. But tomorrow there'll be a meme. We'll like it tomorrow. A huge amount of respect for this week has actually been quite good fun, which I kind of like. So yeah, let's talk about this week.
Yeah,
I agree.
Hi.
The news we've got to go through this week is really good fun. The kits that we've got to go through, one we didn't get pictures for, which is starting to become normality, where it's like, congrats, here's a character you're getting next week, you're not getting images, which kind of sucks. But okay, fair enough. Content creators, we just sit there and go, okay, this is what it is. But then the other kit, Jocasta Nu, that was completely out of the blue. Like, I don't think anybody saw that one coming. The fact that they've already done the Jedi Vanguard shit that we've got to talk about, The only downside is something you said before about this, what's coming stuff. We kind of can guess it too easily, or we're being spoon-fed it way in advance, and it's like, congrats. They've already confirmed that she's a lifter for the next end of Era's legendary unit.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, you didn't need to tell us that bullshit. You really didn't. You could have told us that partway through the era, like a month away from her being released. You could have gone, oh, by the way, the legendary you're getting at the end of this, she works with. And it would have been, we've been guessing that, but we didn't need to know it.
So in the words of Womp Rats, congratulations, you just got a what's it.
Yeah.
Nah, thingamajig.
Have we built in the tracker for how many times Womp Rat says congratulations and what's it yet?
No, but they're emojis, so we can spam them anytime it comes up. So
if you guys are gonna troll me,
yeah.
he has to get a congratulations counter.
I've got them. Oh, okay. The counter, I'll put it down as a to do. Yeah, but I've got. There's currently a congratulations emoji, and there's also a what's it coming, and
I love it.
We have a new emoji too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but they're pending, whatever the fuck that means.
Hey, when are you gonna start?
Yeah.
When are you gonna start working on my channel? I need emojis. I have 2. A pine.
I'm happy to help.
A pine cone and
Fucking Bones.
What I stole from you guys.
Go work on your own channel, Bones. It's your channel.
I rely on you guys to do it for me. Womp Rat is integrated
we
in my entire system. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
So we're going to get into the news?
Yeah, because this is going to be long, because I know that we've said that we're going to try not to completely nerd out about every little detail. There's little things that we're going to laugh at, joke at, take the piss out of, because, we will. We know we will.
I about fell asleep on the last podcast reading this fucking Jocasta.
As a disclaimer to everybody here today, odds are, if you're looking for the Datacron talk, you're just going to need to go watch Womp Rat's Datacron videos on YouTube, because we're trying to avoid a 5-hour podcast, and we've already got 2 kits to go through.
Well, it's not only that.
And Bones is reading the kits, so, hooked on phonics all the way.
The general person is not going to be unlocking any Datacrons in the next 3 weeks. Yeah. Or 2 weeks, is it?
Next week is a perfect time to cover them. It'll be okay.
Yeah, so the whole next week is guys that are in my position or Ozzy Mike's position or anybody that's higher, and you've got the shard shop to spend, feel free to spend it, build up your bulk so you're not farming day ones. However, for 99.9% of the player base, you're not going to be getting the new Datacron set till Conquest opens, or you get 1 or 2. Conquest opens on the 17th. My videos are going to be out this week, so yeah.
Announcement. We're not talking Datacrons. Womp Rat talks about Datacrons for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. I'm saying more that there's no point covering them this week for 90% of players.
Well, have you got a couple that are worth for the for the higher ends?
No. He doesn't.
God, stop talking about Datacron.
No.
Go watch the videos when they come out. All right.
Move along.
All right. Kit. Bones, you're up.
Okay. Some faces are going to be cut out because I'm sure.
That's fine. Just go over top of me because it's all good.
Just cut out my ugly mug.
Don't mind, we're reading.
Yep. All right. Hold on. I didn't set this up.
This is Bones reading time.
All right, guys. So we get a librarian. So far we've got Omega. Shut up. So far we got Omega 2, a dog, and now a librarian. So they're definitely trying to squeeze the barrel here. Get every drop they can. So this lady is Jocasta Nu. She was in a couple of the Clone Wars. I guess she was in a comic. I didn't read it, but she has a lightsaber rifle, which is fine. I was kind of rolling my eyes because I don't know her lore. People were showing her in the comics, so she looks okay. She's cool. I kind of thought it was cheesy, but okay. When I read everything, though, she seems pretty cool. So she's a attacker, Galactic Republic, Jedi, and Jedi Vanguard. One thing I'm excited about is it's not another fucking UFU. We actually get to make a decision. They're not gray. They're fucking Jedi. But I heard that she is UFU in real life. Also, guys, they really fucked up on this description. Like, they just keep repeating things. I don't get it. It's like they hit copy and paste too many times and just hit publish. So bear with us on that. Okay, there's no, like, I thought there was inspiration and stuff. I might be at the wrong place, but is there any extra? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Yeah,
there is loads in this, but
okay, but the website I have doesn't have that. So if you guys haven't pulled
all right,
up,
I can do it.
Fill in the details.
All right. So basically, there's a Jedi Vanguard tag, as Bones said, which covers out a few. What do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 characters, like current characters. So you got Ayla, Barriss, Eth Koth, Armagundai, Jedi Chancellor, Jedi Knight Guardian, Keller and Beck, Kit Fisto, Luminara, Plo Koon, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Shak Ti. Yep.
So I want to discuss that. I want to discuss that real quick.
Okay.
I hope this brings some of these shitty Jedi to use.
Maybe.
I'm kind of excited about that. When I saw this list, personally, my Relic 9 Jedi Guardian Matthias might actually come in handy. So maybe it was a blessing, you know. So maybe
outside of how much you already use it.
I mean, I use it sometimes.
A blessing in disguise. Yes. A blessing in disguise.
The second one.
However.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go on. So the first thing I was going to say is when you think a lot of that list was given in that Lightspeed bundle. So anybody that's actually invested in it for the raid is still going to get potential use out of it. That's my biggest point here.
Which is funny because, like, I was in voice chat with Womp Rat when they released that kit, and one of the first things I said after reading the list of who's getting the Jedi Vanguard tag is, I wonder if this means they're going to bring that Lightspeed bundle back. And then the next day they brought it back.
Yeah.
So, I believe that if you want to know what's coming to the game, kind of pay attention to the light side bundles. Light speed bundles, whatever the fuck they're called. Because it seems like they release them, and even if it's way down the road, there's something to it. So, start working on your Cyan and Django. Something tells me something's going on with him. I don't know what, but
so hang on. Through that logic, what's the next Inquisitor we're getting then? What's the next Inquisitor we're getting then, Bones?
I don't know. I don't know the lore. I don't know what.
Barriss. The next Inquisitor is going to be Barriss, which is what, the 6th sister?
Oh, okay. Oh, the Inquisitors. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
But I would say, okay. The biggest thing about this. And it's the weirdest thing. I would say, like, rip Bad Batch. Like, there are a lot of people. A lot of people. Okay. A lot of people thought, oh my God, we're moving. Me included. We're moving into sort of an episode or an era or a conquest of Bad Batch. And we talked about Calvin. He is indeed awesome. We talked about kind of what we're going to do with Bad Batch next, and oh my God, we're going to have these Bad Batch characters, and we might have Dr. Hemlock, is that his name? And we might get sort of a Bad Batch Series 3 Dark Team come in, and then Capital Games went, nope, not bothering with that. We're just going to move straight on to our fantasy comic books. And like, you what now? Yeah, so the weirdest thing about this entire announcement was to announce that the entire next 3 months is nothing to do with Bad Batch. Screw Bad Batch, throw it over your shoulder. It's all going to be about these random Jedi you've not leveled up, and we're going to give you another random Jedis you never heard of. And I actually feel a little bit sorry for Bad Batch, because I actually I'd never watched series 2 and 3 of Bad Batch until I just recently did. And I actually loved series 2 and 3 when I watched them, and I grew a lot for those characters, and so I think this announcement was a bit of a F you Bad Batch, you're not going to get a Xylo Beast raid, you're not going to get anything useful for the current team, the current Omega-led team, you're not going to get... This is going to be a throwaway team that Disney's told us to launch. We don't give a toss about them. We're going to skip straight on to what we like is our comic books and our nerdiness, and we want to do this character you've never heard of that runs a library.
It just confirms Bad Batch is a filler. Like,
yeah,
it's like they've literally just basically written it. Anyway, yeah.
I would love the Dr. Hemlock team. Honestly, a Hemlock team, for anyone who doesn't see like series 2 or 3, Dr. Hemlock is a dark side character in Bad Batch. He's incredible. He is so cold. He is brilliant. He would be, and he will come to the team. He will come to the game at some point because he is that good. And I would have had him as a legendary on a dark side team, and he would have been my money. But yeah, I think that's sad to me the most because he just went, nope, not now.
The beginning of the year, or end of last year would have been, we did like a predictions thing, and I actually wanted that team, right? And the one character that I completely missed out of there was actually a Arkin in there, but it wasn't like the Grand Admiral or what is he, Grand Moff Tarkin. So there's a whole, I completely missed him as well. So CG fucked up. That was like,
well, the team will come. The team will come, but it won't come this season. It will come at some point. But it was a bit weird. And that was the saddest. That for me, when they announced that kind of new conquest of this, they basically ripped up the previous season or episode, whatever it's called, and threw it away. And it's like, okay, well, what are we doing with eras and episodes? Because you told us that, okay, you've ripped that up now. And, so I just feel at the moment, I feel as though the eras and episodes are misaligned with the conquests. And they've already told us that this era means nothing. And they're skipping. I don't even know. I don't even know where we are with the... I honestly don't even know where we are with the eras and episodes at this point, if I'm honest.
Yeah, the thing that I sat there and thought was when they confirmed that they did have a legendary event that this was meant to lead to, that got cut because of time. And then it was like, I can pretty much guarantee this is now the next whatever it was, and it was way before we knew it's likely to be Rise of the Empire shit. It was that moment of there's going to be no continuance, there's going to be no something special because they've stopped for an unknown reason. And it's like, it could have been that legendary event was a Hemlock unlock, and the rest of the team could have gotten this entire era coming. And it would have been like, holy shit, yes, you've got the main lead early. That would have been amazing because you've got to get a team that's completely unrelated to him, that's not got anything to do with him, and then gone, oh, by the way, here's one hell of a character. And I can guarantee, as Aldous said, all of us would have spent. As creators, we would have sat there and it would have been like, okay, I'm now going to have to get the Bad Batch, even though I don't want to. And that's the way they could have gone with this. And it's like, come on.
Yeah.
Little bit more thought could have gone a long way.
I think this is the next Inquisitors. Like, I think we all slept on the Inquisitors, and it took many, many, many months to find out, oh, fuck, we should have farmed this team. We don't know what the future holds, but that's what I think. I don't think we're going to get an immediate result of what they're for, but something down the pipeline is going to be like, fuck, we shouldn't have skipped that team. I do agree with you guys for the most part, but I think down the road, because like it took a long time for Reva to even be released and announced. But a lot of people skipped the Inquisitors. A lot did, and a lot of us. I was one of them. Well, a lot of us regret doing that. And this just screams, hey, they knew that not the community as a whole isn't going to be that excited for this. It's a fucking dog, for God's sake. So we're gonna have to make them needed for something. Like, and I think
I pulled a 330 shard on the dog. I have a damn dog. I don't know what to damn do with. I have okay. The first time ever I pulled a 330 was on that character, and I have her. Being corrected. I have her and as a dog, and I'm like, she has no other, like, I can't use her. I keep trying to use her in other teams and put her in other places, and you're like, okay, maybe Starkiller needs a dog. I can put the dog over there. It's been a mess.
That's the worst luck, Alice. That's the worst fucking luck, and you'll never get another one.
No. Next time I will get. Next time, 100%. I know in gambling. Okay, next time I'm going to win the millions. Next time I'll get it.
Next time is my time.
But yeah, that was my. That's the funniest thing. But I totally agree with everything that Bones said. It is. It looks like a team they were forced to push, and they kind of pushed it, and it's a mid-team. It does look like a Bad Batch skippable team. Obviously, Crosshair's going to have like an insta kill at some point, and I actually like insta kills. But I think remember the old Hide and Nihilist team we used to have. I don't know how long you guys have played, but we used to have a Hide the Nihilist team where literally it was Nihilus and 4 tanks. And you could hide Nihilus until he got his insta-kill. And I think we might set up a similar type thing for low-level players with Crosshair, where he can, or indeed the new Hunter 2, where he can hide, and then kill. So I think we might see a new sort of derivation of that, where you can hide the Crosshair. I don't know. I think there'll be a new. I think the new stick will come.
Let's save what we think that.
So not hide the sausage then. Is hide the Crosshair, not hide the sausage. Right. Okay.
It's hide the salami, man. Hide the salami. But anyways, we still have to read Hunter's Kit. We can get more into what we think Crosshair and stuff's going to be for that. But tracing back to these Vanguard characters.
Yes.
Egnard's had an interesting theory that he thinks that maybe just Jocasta and some random marquees that have nothing to do with Vanguard, like nothing that have nothing to do with the team, are going to be released. And then you're just going to have the leader who's Vanguard, Jocasta who's Vanguard, with either 2 or 3 of these throwaway Jedi as the rest. And like maybe some, like, you know how Starkiller had just 4 random characters that went to different places in the game? That's just something to think about.
Yeah.
I maybe not. Maybe you're going to get 5 fucking Vanguard, but what's the point of giving these other ones all these tags if you're not going to use them? So, and one more thing, that has nothing to do with that. Luminara, Omicron. Matthias, do you remember what her Omicron does? Because we talked about this in
Yeah, so Luminara Unduli's Omicron, basically, when she activates it, she gives her heal over time buffs to people as part of her normal ability. But part of her Omicron says that when those heal over times expire, she gives protection recovery to those characters that had them. Well, Jocasta Nu Kit says that whenever she recovers protection, she gains bonus turn meter and stacking offense until the end of the battle.
So it's something to think about.
So I think that they and that part of the kit feels very like unrelated to anything else in her kit. So I think they put that one line in specifically to try to push people to, hey, go apply this Omicron that we made that nobody likes because it's a really bad Omicron.
Yeah, I think there's.
The thing is, a lot of people that are doing the raid have that Omni on because it activates regardless. It's one of the very few that activates regardless, and it's like it is shit.
What do you mean activates regardless? Like it works outside of GAC?
Yeah, it works in the raid.
It shouldn't.
Since when?
Yeah, this is news. This is news.
Hang on.
It's a Grand Arena Omicron. It shouldn't work in the raid.
It's Zeta, isn't it? It's her Zeta, isn't it, that works in the raid?
Fuck. I'm
sorry.
Here I am like doing this run fucking 3 or 4 times. I mean, it's easier now they fixed it, but you're telling me this could have been a lot easier, like fucking 8 months ago?
I was like, hold on, was this like some kind of gigantic secret that Womp Rat just blew the lid off of?
I was trying.
It's her Zeta.
I was trying to look. Smart
It's her Zeta lead.
I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want to sound like a dumbass, but I was like, you said a lot of people. I'm like 2 people.
They could have given us that info.
Right. The thing that I was trying to say is, like, she's already usable in some way, shape, or form. This is more, let's see if we can keep her usable, I think. Yeah, her lead isn't the greatest, but you combine that with, like, Jocasta Nu and somebody that can abuse buffs in some way, shape, or form. It could get interesting. It could become a stupid idea of a team that might work in a weird way.
They even went so far as to say in her kit, which at some point in the next hour, I assume we're going to
let's read it first.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about all these parts of her kit that we haven't read. All right.
Yeah.
Two more points from the preamble shit that CG put out. There's a call out to Order 65 in there, which we'll get to in the kit. And she has like a dual she has transformation at some point as well, which we'll get to. So keep an eye out for those in the kit. All right, Bones, go.
One more thing is
Kit, go.
No, hold on. It's in the preamble.
There is something else from the preamble that we haven't mentioned. Is she is for next era's the end of next era's legendary.
You
lifter.
said that already.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did already say that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And then we went on the whole batch being irrelevant, and then we spoke about them for 20 minutes, and then we should have just waited.
No, we talked about it.
Let's go back round. Okay. So, Womp Rat again. Right. What do you say?
Yeah, so it's because it's the end of era. So it's just it's because it's the end of next era's legendary. She's meant to be a lifter for, and I'm sat there going, "Yeah, it's great. We know about it now." But it's like,
I wasn't paying attention 20 minutes. Who was next? Okay.
Now we're on to the gear. Now we're on to Bones and the attempted reading.
Hit the kit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right. So basic. By the book, it has a Zeta.
Not there needed.
Huh?
Yeah. Another Omicron and a basic.
Oh yeah. Yep.
No.
Well, Lucen has it. He's a conquest character, so yeah.
But you won't find out about it until halfway through the kit because this is so fucked up the way they did this. So by the book, basic. Deal special damage to target enemy if they had defense down or tenacity down. Inflict that debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Gain crit damage up for 1 turn. But they don't have the Omicron until later on, post transform. So, anything you want to say about that?
Just keep going through them. It makes no sense if you just read them one by one.
Special warning.
Yeah.
Shh. Quiet. You fucks. You're going to get us kicked out. Zeta and an Omicron. If all allies are Jedi Vanguard, dispel all buffs on all enemies. Deal special damage to target enemy. Gain speed up for 1 turn. And reduce the cooldown of It Does Not Exist by 10. What is It Does Not Exist, you ask?
We'll get to it.
No. Just let me read my goddamn... This is my part, Mike. Don't rush me. We'll get there. It Does Not Exist has a cooldown of 20. Final text. Gain 15% crit chance. crit damage, and 5 siphon for the rest of the battle, and 100% speed and tenacity for 1 turn. Daze all enemies for 1 turn. Transform into Jocasta Nu Rifle. This ability starts on cooldown, can only be used once per battle, and can't be evaded or resisted. This ability can only be used if all allies are Jedi Vanguard and both by the book and quiet are tier 6 or above. I just want to say it's a pretty cool animation. She cuts the box open with her lightsaber, pulls out the gun. I like it.
Is tier 6 Zeta?
No, that'll be the pre-Zeta stage. Zeta would be 7, 8 would be Omnis.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Right.
Shut up.
So-
Only can read Kit, cannot discuss. Shut up. Be quiet. Shh, be quiet. Alright, guys. Is it Jedi Archivist? 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 How do we say this?
Archivist.
Archivist. Alright. Unique 1. Jedi Archivist, Zeta, and Omicron. Final text. Jocasta Nu has 25% max protection, increased to 50% if all allies are Vanguard at the start of battle, and is immune to protection disruption and can't be revived. At the start of her turn, inflict tenacity down until the end of her turn against the last enemy to inflict a debuff on her. If this is the second time this has occurred on the same enemy in this encounter and she is Jocasta Rifle, they are also exposed, not she. Inflict defensive down. God damn it. Inflict defense down until the end of her turn against the last enemy to damage her. If this is the second time this has occurred on the same enemy in this encounter and she is Rifle, they are also inflicted with vulnerable. Whenever she attacks an exposed enemy, she recovers 20% protection. Whenever she recovers protection, gain 10% offense stacking for the rest of the encounter. When she or the enemy gains foresight, dispel it, she gains deflective ward, which can't be dispelled until she receives damage, recovers 20% protection, and gains 20% turn meter once per turn. That part right there is like, what the fuck are you talking about? But that's what we were talking about when the Luminar Omicron might come in and help a little bit. One other thing is deflective ward. That is the buff that when they hit you, you only do 1 damage, no matter how
Only read, no discuss.
I'm just explaining.
Yep. Read it through.
I didn't start a fucking discussion. Fuck you guys. I'm informing, not discussing. So fuck off. I'm the one reading. I make the rules here. Whenever a Vanguard ally uses a special ability, reduce the cooldown of "It does not exist" by 1. While my turn, which isn't Bones' turn, like her turn, her move, while my turn is on cooldown, this is for fighting, inflicts burning on the enemy for 1 turn. Her fucking moves are confusing. I don't know if anyways. The first time Jocasta Nu would be reduced to 1% health, and she is Jocasta Nu Rifle, she dispels all debuffs on herself, recovers 100% health, gains damage immunity for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled, and takes a bonus turn. During this bonus turn, she must use special ability. It's up to you now, then is defeated, which can't be prevented, if any enemy survives. At the start of the encounter, if she has used "It's up to you now," she is defeated. Okay, so the Omicron for what I just read for her second unique, which was very, very long, about 5 paragraphs. Jocasta Nu has...
That's unique.
Jocasta Nu has 100% counter chance and is immune to ability block. If all allies are Jedi Vanguard, whenever they use an ability, reduce the cooldown of "It does not exist" by 1. Whenever she is stunned, gain deflective ward, which can't be dispelled until she receives damage. Alright, Unique 2, Chief Librarian. When Jocasta Nu transforms, she loses the abilities by the book, Quiet, and "It does not exist, and gains 3 new abilities. So this is once she transforms. The basic, it belongs in a museum. Deal special damage to target enemy if they had defense down or tenacity down. So this is the same thing, though. So whenever she transforms, all the moves do the same thing. The only thing that changes is you're now getting the Zeta and the Omicron upgrades for those things. So I'm not going to reread what the basic thing they do. I'm only reading the Zeta upgrades and the Omicron upgrades because it's just repeating it from there. So the Zeta upgrade to the basic. While she's the rifle version, if they had defense down, expose, or tenacity down, inflict that debuff on all enemies for 1 turn, and she gains the opposite buff for 1 turn. If they had vulnerable, deal additional damage based on 10% of her max protection, then recover 25% protection. Gain 5 siphon until the end of the encounter. So that's her Zeta upgrade when she's in rifle mode only. You don't get that from the other version. Omicron upgrade. While in Grand Arenas, she's in rifle mode. On her turn, grant each Jedi Vanguard ally every dispellable buff she has for 1 turn. Pretty good. So now we're going to her next special. I'm not reading the basic version, but when you get the Zeta upgrade, this will, while she's in rifle mode, deal bonus true damage equal to 100% of her current protection to target enemy, which can't be evaded. Then lose all current protection. Jocasta Nu siphons max protection from the target enemy. See, am I just repeating what I've already said?
No.
Okay. Max protection from the target enemy, which can't be resisted. If the target enemy is defeated by this ability, gain max protection equal to the target's enemy max protection. Gain 100% bonus protection for 1 turn. That was just a Zeta, so the Omicron upgrade is while you're in Grand Arenas, yeah, that's what it says, while you're in Grand Arena. If all allies are Jedi Vanguard and she is in rifle mode, dispel all debuffs on all allies, set the target enemy's max health to 65, excluding Galactic Legends and raid bosses until the start of their turn. That's the Order 65 reference that they were talking about earlier. Okay, it just says special. It's up to you now. Deal special damage equal to 50% of Jocasta's max protection to all enemies. If any enemies are defeated, Vanguard allies recover 100% health and protection, and all enemies are breached for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. Do you guys want to talk about that? That's just pre-transform, because we're about to go into post-transform. I have nothing to say about that, 'cause I have no fucking clue what's going on. Does anyone else want to say something?
You've just literally read through the transformed abilities.
Well, it says post-transform. What? So why do they do it twice then? So are we done?
Well, yeah, that's the whole. You've read everything in the kit. I don't know why they've put it that way.
That was terribly done. Terribly done. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what's a kit then? All right.
It was a very bad kit reveal.
Yeah.
I think the only thing you can really pull out of that is that Luminara is going to work with her somehow. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Somehow. Beyond that,
somehow Luminara is going to return.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think in Luminara is coming back.
Yeah.
The thing that I like is you look at the animation of Special 1 My Turn. They've actually put a bit of effort into the rifle version. It actually looks quite fun. And is right at the bottom. Like, a lot of people read, oh, here's all the transform stuff, and didn't bother going on from that. It was one of those of, they could have literally just put see below sort of thing, but no. They had to make a book. They had to make a book out of a kit.
She's a librarian.
To make it as long as possible.
She's a librarian. You have to have a book or a fucking novel. Yeah, so I couldn't give more of a shit, really, when I saw it, but I saw her animations. It's cool that she starts out with less of a shit. It was cool that she starts out with her lightsaber and then goes into the rifle mode, so it's whatever. It could be worse. It could be a dog, so.
Yeah.
And yes, I hate that we're getting a dog, by the way. And congratulations.
Honestly, like, she looks super powerful, like super overpowered. They said pretty much in her kit she's going to work well with Keller and Beck, who already, has a lot of protection buffing and protection recovery and grants a lot of offense from his stacks of Padawan learning. Like, she's going to, unless the legendary at the end of the next era is specifically designed to need her in order to be good, I think she's just going to end up being better with Keller and Beck than she is with whatever her lifter or whatever she's designed to lift. I mean, obviously, I'm going to try to unlock her as close to day 1 as I can. I think based on the cadence of eras and everything like that, you have until like her 4th conquest to unlock her before her legendary will come out. So no concern with like actually getting her day 1 as far as I'm aware, if you're gonna chase that legendary, which I mean, there was a lot of speculation in our Discord chat about what the next legendary is going to be, and depending on what it is, I may chase it. But I don't think that I will, more than likely. I don't know. She's cool, she's overpowered, but she's also just kind of meh at the same time. Like Bones keeps saying, she's a fucking librarian. She's not that important of a character as far as the movies go. When you go into the sort of expanded universe of the comic books, is when, like Bones mentioned earlier, that she's almost like an Ufu because she doesn't even follow the Jedi code in the comic books that they reference in her kit design. In Darth Vader 9 and 10, like, there's literally, she sneaks back into the Jedi Temple to gather the holocron list of Force-sensitive younglings, and she sees the Grand Inquisitor in there disrespecting her books, and she loses her temper and
Spoiler.
attacks and tries to murder him,
Okay.
which is like fully not Jedi code shit.
Spoiler: if you haven't read the fucking comics yet, you're not gonna read them now. So don't even start with the spoiler shit.
It looks like Aldi's about to tee off. So,
But it gets worse than that, though, because that's...
I'm just hoping we're ready to read the Jocasta Nu Kit at this point. I thought we were reading the dog kit. You know, he was saying that she's not that good, she's not that good, she's not good. I was sitting there thinking, oh god, I think the dog is good, the Batcher is good, and then I might have zoned out for a minute. Okay, I apologize. Okay, so we're done the Jocasta Nu Kit.
yes. What are your thoughts on that character?
Who is this character? This is not in the films. Who the fuck? Who
It
is
is.
this?
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
it is.
Kenobi comes in. Remember, he's looking for the planet, the Kaminoan planet. That's the librarian.
Camino. Where the clones are.
That's
In Star Wars Episode 2, she's on screen for about 20 seconds.
Yeah. He asks us. Yeah.
Okay.
He asks us where the planet is, and he said, "Oh, maybe the records are incomplete."
Okay. Do we have a sweepstake on how short on screen this year's 2025 characters launched by CG will be? Because so far we have Darkseid Ray at 4 seconds. We have whoever this is at 25 seconds. Can they break the record? I mean, literally, is there someone in December they can launch who literally was a flash by? We had. Are we going to get who's a bounty hunter? Just literally had legs.
The 2 women at the end of Episode 9 who kiss after the Emperor is defeated.
Oh. Might be controversial, but I love a cantina scene.
Yes.
There's a cantina scene,
Yes.
right? Where they switch across.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They
The
switch
guy
across
who
a load
gets
of them.
his arm cut
Or
off.
the guy at the back of the, you know, when they're playing the band, the Cantina band. We don't have the Cantina band yet in the game. I would love the Cantina band in the game. Literally. Okay. There's 2 of the guy on the Ubu that just plays for like 2 seconds. That guy. Okay, they might break the record. Do I give a toss about Jocasta Nu? Kind of not. It's not my Swiggle. It's not my Star Wars. It's a character I'll farm. I'll get her, but do I care? No. I'd rather have Cantina man.
It's funny you said that because I thought the Cantina scene too. You have Yak Face, you have the Wolf Guy. There's a few other ones that are really famous, like action
Wolf
figures.
Guy. We need Wolf Guy. The Wolf Guy.
Yep. And can we get Jabba's band versus the Cantina band? Please. Max Rebo.
Can we get the band of kids from Star Wars Visions who, like, one of them is like Force sensitive, but all he gives a shit about is rocking out with his band that is with his other 10-year-old friends.
With his cock out. So
I think 100% they said they would never add kids to the game until they added Omega. And then they will future add the kids from a Skeleton Crew. But apart from that, we will definitely no more kids until we add the other kids. But yeah.
I was going to say, if they're going to start adding kids to it, what we need the kids from the temple, and we need a slight rework on Lord Vader's kit.
I mean,
So just
people are
instant
calling
defeat them turn one.
people are calling for Gungi to lift the Wookiees up, so...
Okay, I'm just saying, they could be vanguards, the younglings. They tried to do their best to protect the temple. So, we could get a youngling game very soon.
Just a stack. We talked about this in the Discord, that they're going to add a character. It's going to have the Jedi and the Jedi Vanguard tag. And then it's going to be B1 Battle Droid's kit, except it's just a pile of younglings. And every time you damage it, 8 younglings die.
It's not just it's not a youngling standing up, it's laying down. It's just a pile of them.
The problem with the announcement where they gave us 12 others is we know that these 12 others won't synergize with the kit we're given. And they're going to give us 4 or 5 others that will synergize perfectly. And I think that's the problem with CG at the moment is they're basically kind of saying, okay, we're going to give you the Hut Cartel, and it's going to be a tiny box that will work here. And then we're going to give you another faction. It's a tiny box will work over here, the new Bad Batch. And this looks exactly the same. It's sad. It's sad because what I think everyone that plays this game wants is the ability to craft, ability to take one character from somewhere and put them a different one. And you already see it with kind of people using Mr. Arnold, man, using sort of an Omega lead with Nihilus as a lifter and reducing his cooldowns. And they're kind of removing a lot of that by kind of hard locking the team. And yeah, I don't know. I look on this announcement going, well, okay, you're going to give me 5 new people, and they're going to be the main team, and they're going to be mid-level, and they're going to be good. But anyway.
No, I agree, Albie, and I think they did this with Mercenaries as well. You had your main pigeonholed mercenary team, and they gave you a shitload of other ones that you could probably run with Dash. And I think why they do that is, farm and buy for these datacrons coming for the next 4 months for your mercenaries, and you can lift up your secondary mercenary team. You're going to see that with the Vanguards in the next few months. Not this set, but the next set. And they don't really give you much for a second team. They're kind of still useless unless you have datacrons or something. So I think that they're going with the same mercenary thing, I think. But with that being said, Balin's 4th and 5th aren't interchangeable, you could say. That's why I think Egnard's had something going on where you're probably going to get 3 main Vanguards that you have to have in this team. And you know 2 of them, this chick and then the leader, or we don't know who it's going to be. We can speculate on that here in a second. And probably a 3rd Marquis. But you're probably just going to interchange some of these throwaway Vanguard characters that they had in the list with that. Is what I'm saying.
I've been destroying Balin. Honestly, anyone watched my presentation, but I've beaten Balin twice.
Yeah.
With a KRU lead Darkside Ray team. And that's my new counter for Balin. And the fact I'm able to kind of kill Balin, their brand new thing, with like a made up kind of, oh god, here's a conquest character. I love you. Thank you, welcome in. And I keep my SOKR to kill other things is kind of broken. I just think they got the balance all a little bit wrong at times. And yeah, I
don't disagree, man.
Yeah, what do you...
I don't disagree.
This bad batch in the middle seems a little bit broken. And I don't think... I would say, like, knowing CG, these people are computer game nuts. They're comic nuts. They love people like Jocasta Nu, and therefore I think they will overpower Jocasta Nu's team, and I think they will underpower the Bad Batch team. And it's a scary prediction, but that would be my prediction, knowing them.
Mike, what do you think, man?
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I wouldn't say you're far off
Mike.
there. I would not say you're going to be far off there because, like, whatever legendary was meant to come, we don't know whether we are getting it. We don't know whether it was going to be Crosshair and they've just moved him down or whatever.
How did we
That's
get
fine,
the Bad
okay?
Batch?
No, just one sec. But what if they haven't? So now we've got a conquest unit that's for the next era's legendary character, and oh look, it's ridiculously powerful. It's looking strong even now, before we've even seen the rest of the team. So what's saying that that doesn't just continue? What's saying that, oh look, we don't get what we expected for Bad Batch, we do get the Crosshair and he hasn't got the insta-kill and he's just a normal unit and the unit is average. And then this comes along and to force us to spend, it's congratulations, here is overpowered. And that is a concern. Will I farm her for day one? Yes. Will I make sure that I get a day one to Relic? Yes. Only reason that is because I'm in Kyber, because of the guild that's account is in. Otherwise, will I focus on it? Well, it'll be like Darkside Ray with my account. It will be, I'll get her as early as I can. Will I be able to use her? Probably not. And that's just how it is, unfortunately. It's not, I don't want the character. It's not anything bad about the character. It's just, is it going to be overpowered? Well, it's CG. Of course it is. So, yeah.
I know Matt wants to come in, but I would say that they have a track record of making the obscure characters overpowered. So people like Bane, let's start there. Bane, Treya, Afra. A lot of people disagree on that, but a lot of the characters they brought in from comics, they brought in from not the main world of the 9 films. They've actually made them massively overpowered, and therefore I expect this team to be overpowered. I expect this team to be GL killing when it's finished.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Why are those characters overpowered?
Huh?
Why are those characters from the comic books overpowered? To get people to want to go read the comic books so they sell more comics.
Also, for people who don't know who the fuck they are, you have to overpower them so people in the game that just don't care have to go get them as well. Otherwise, they won't care. So if you
I'm happy with both those arguments. Those arguments say Jocasta Nu and her team will be GL killing. Because for no apparent reason, CG seems to, they focus on these. They kind of look at these and they go, "Oh my god, I'm gonna show you something new." So yeah, I think this new team will be massive, and yeah, I think they have track record in it, and yeah, I like it.
I guess everybody sort of summed it up, but until we get the rest of the team, yeah, Keller and Beck, they've said he's going to be used with this team, or she'll be in his team. And Luminar looks like she'll have some synergy, but past that, we've got, 3 months before, 3.5 months before we really know. So,
well, Mike, they didn't say that Beck will be in the team. They just said that's where she'll go until the full team.
until she gets a team. Yeah.
Matthias, do you got any thoughts?
Well, actually, that's what CG think.
Yeah.
Whether that's the case.
Which they're like almost always wrong.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
'Cause
But
I
it's
think
like,
that she will. I think she will go with Keller and Beck, until her legendary comes out. But then I think the legendary is going to be so good, you're actually going to want to put Keller and Beck in that team. And just because fuck us, that legendary is also going to have Territory War Omicron. So everybody who applied the Keller and Beck Omicron is just going to have a wasted Omicron.
but she's not a leader.
The legendary, they haven't announced anything
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. Jocasta Nu is not a leader.
Yeah.
But the legendary, we assume, is going to be because she's a lifter for that legendary.
Now, there's not many cases of this because there isn't. But what if the legendary that comes out isn't a leader? What if it doesn't have one?
Yeah. That's
Then
what I'm.
why would she be a lifter for that legendary?
Because it might be a lifter for that team. That's where I'm thinking. So it might be you still use her under Keller and Beck. You might use her with another one of them that comes out with a different lead. It might be that specifically in TW, you still go, here's Keller and Beck lead because it's so much better than a Qui-Gon lead in TW. There are still cases for TW leadership, even when you've got a legendary that is substantially better. It's like, we all joke that TW is not a mode that many of us engage with. Like, I don't join every TW. I know Aldi avoids it like the plague.
Whoa!
I know there are.
Whoa! Stop! Whoa! Okay. Whoa! Okay. Don't call me out on that. I don't avoid
You
it.
said
like
at the start of this,
plague.
you don't even participate in that shit. You said you just deploy in TB and you don't give a fuck about TW. You don't
That was
participate
before.
in the
Okay,
raids.
okay, that was before
You
we
just
started.
get the minimum score to unlock guild rewards.
Oh, don't get me started. What we said before we started the presentation. But yes, no, 100%. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't do TW, but I don't avoid it like the plague. The plague. I mean, the plague is a terrible thing. TW is
And
a
so
lot
is
worse. I mean, TW is a lot
a
worse.
lot worse.
I think the plague killed about 5 billion people. TW is probably killing a lot more players who have ever joined this game than the plague.
Did you say billion with a B? The world's population wasn't even 5 billion when the plague happened.
Okay.
No. Well,
All right.
but what I'm trying to say is they could bring in a character and effectively do what we do for GAC and TW, where it's in GAC, nobody is really using Keller and Beck's lead. They're using Qui-Gon's, but on Qui-Gon's team, oh look, you've got Keller and Beck, because under that lead, he is really strong. But when it comes round to then going, okay, well, I'm now going to go to TW, there are guilds out there that are using the Keller and Beck lead with Qui-Gon under it. So it might be whatever team she ends up in, it could be one of those teams that swaps and change.
Okay. The Keller and Beck lead is quite good because it means that when people go into battle, they spend the first 45 seconds clicking on, I don't even know what his lead does. Let me check, right? And you're checking what his lead does. You're checking what the Omicron does. And but where you are, you're already like 2 or 3 minutes into battle before you actually start killing them. Eventually you kill them because the guy is trash. But it can be it's an interesting tactic to use length of kit and unnecessary reading to distract the opponent into doing into kind of like,
You can read the shit before you start the battle.
Matthias,
okay, no, you
he's
can't.
joking.
Okay, honestly,
It's a joke.
honestly,
Take a
I would
fucking
not.
joke.
Honestly, okay, how many
Jesus
hours
Christ.
do you have? I'm not reading all our kits before I go into battle. I'm not sitting there for hours going, okay, what is Keller and Beck's lead?
Thank you.
Okay,
I'm right there with you. Alan.
How does that interact with the Lumi Datacron? Nobody gives a Yeah, anyway, it's anyway.
I could study
I don't do
kits
that.
for 3 fucking hours a night like it's homework. I'm not gonna know what the fuck that translates into when I go into battle. Like, I'm not going to. I can read it till my mind.
Study.
I'm
Just
just saying I
train?
could. Anyways, so we need to move on from this. But one interesting thing which blows my mind that Jack Daniels says in chat, we just got a dog in the game. We have an old ass librarian lady who probably has 15 cats at her house. What if we got a stack of cats to go with the Vanguard? A B1 stack with cats.
All right, Hunter's kit, please.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that shouldn't be in the game, because, of course, I've got a cat. But still, if that twat gets in the game, no, he's a twat bag.
But everyone says they want a loth cat. What if she has 15 loth cats at her house? Okay, one more thing before we move on, because Mike's ready to leave. He's the old man Logan of tonight. Real quick.
No, we keep talking about Bad Batch, so let's just fucking get to the
I'm
Bad
not talking
Batch.
about Bad Batch. Let me speak. Old man Logan? Shit. Who do you guys think the legendary
Bones.
Who do you guys think the legendary is going to be?
Oh, no idea. I'll let you know in 3.5 months.
Yeah. Don't care 1,
Yeah.
don't care 2, and don't care 3. There's your 3
I
options.
think it's going to be. I think it's going to be the Grand Inquisitor, but from back when he was a Jedi Temple Guard, when he was like still
Why?
part of
What's
the
it-
Jedi Order.
How's he going to interact with any of this?
Him and Jocasta Nu are like, they do actually have interaction in lore. They are like somewhat related to each other. The Grand Inquisitor, when he was a Temple Guard, worked for Jocasta Nu.
But is he going to be a
But
Jedi
outside of that,
Vanguard?
well, that's what I hope is the legendary. But what I think is going to be the legendary is going to be Jedi Master Dooku, because Jedi Master Dooku and Jocasta Nu were actually close friends.
I really think for the masses, for people to want to get the legendary, I think it's going to be young Dooku. Because that's someone that more people know than just some lore nerds. You know what I mean? You can.
I agree.
You can appease,
I agree.
You can appease the lore nerds with the marquees, but I think the legendary is going to be young Dooku, because that's what. Even if you don't know the story of young Dooku, you know who Dooku is, and you'll probably want to get him. And that if you're wanting to get someone like me who doesn't know the lore, has never read a comic or book, I would rather the legendary be Dooku than some random person I've never heard of. So, but all right, we can move on, Mike. Okay, settle down. You'll get to your wiggles here in a minute. All right, Adrian and Chechik will be there. She's got 1,000 videos. All right, it's gonna be okay. The wiggles.
Yeah, how do we access these 1,000 videos? Okay, and what's her name?
I got a link.
I mean,
bro.
okay. Oh,
Ask you for a friend.
You have to ask Ozzy Mike nicely for the link.
He has a whole
Okay,
entire
okay.
archive. You know how like they have the
Perhaps the archives are incomplete.
You know how
okay,
like,
okay, God, I know a granny librarian that will shoot your damn shit up. Sorry, language. If okay, honestly, if
Have you listened? Have you listened to any of this?
Can we stop talking about porn?
Okay, move on. Okay, what move on now? Who are we reading now? Oh, please tell me we're not reading Hunter's Kit.
That's it. That's
We
the
are
next-
reading
Are we-
Hunter's Kit. That's
my
next on the list.
days! Oh God!
Yeah.
you know
Okay,
how
good
Yeah,
luck,
You
everyone.
asked for this.
you know how they have a film registry. Old man or fucking whoever you are, Aussie Mike has the porn, registry. He wants to make sure it lasts forever, so he has it all the way back to like the 20s where they, had the porn
Okay.
theaters and everything else. So if you need anything, ask Mike. He's got it all in his registry, and in his spank bank. That's what he calls it. All right.
Okay, I specifically was told not to slage bones, but honestly, are you about to read the entire
Yeah.
Hunter took? Oh my God!
That's what we
okay.
We always do this.
It's
Yeah,
a lot shorter than the last kit we
Oh,
read.
good luck, everyone. Fucking
Right.
hell!
Quick,
Jesus Christ!
everybody, Everybody just remember you can have a quick nap.
Toilet
You can have a
break.
quick nap.
This is toilet break. I might put some music on.
What do you think's going through the headphones? Do you really think your chat's going through there on its own?
Jesus God. Okay, good luck everyone. Okay. Read it now.
All right, let's do it. Hunter 2, he's a mercenary, he's a bad batch. No one gives a shit about his attributes. No one cares how you're inspired. He's a bad batch, we understand. Don't care about strategy. He's gonna be
I don't just speed. Oh, you missed bits. Don't speed up.
Oh, okay. You want to slow down?
You missed a lot of it. I mean, I think a full 45 minutes over this would be perfect. At this point.
I'll just talk slower.
I think everyone's loving it.
All right. This is what we do, buddy. This is what
Back
we
to my
do.
music.
All right. Abilities basic DC-17 B-22 bomber. Final text. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict speed down on them for 1 turn. During Hunter's turn, call a random bad batch attacker ally to assist, and all attacker allies gain crit chance up for 1 turn. If the target enemy is marked, all bad batch attacker allies gain 5% offense, stacking max 50% until the end of the encounter, and have their defense reduced by 5%, stacking max 50%, which can't be resisted until the end of the encounter. Special 1, take a shot. Final text, if no enemies are marked, inflict marked on the target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. All bad batch allies gain offensive up and protection up 50% for 1 turn. Call all bad batch attacker allies to assist, dealing 30% less damage. Special 2, this will hurt. Deal physical damage to target enemy equal to 100% of their max health. Increase to 200% if they are marked, which can't be evaded. Shock all enemies for 2 turns, which can't be evaded, and inflict protection disruption on them for 3 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. Bad batch allies gain 100% defense penetration stacking until the end of counter. That's fucking insane. And this ability starts on cooldown. Unique 1, focused cooperation. Not cooperation, cooperation. This has Omicron and Zeta. At the start of the encounter, all bad batch allies gain 50% max protection. Whenever an enemy is marked, all bad batch allies recover 7% health. Whenever a marked enemy is damaged by a bad batch ally, if the ally with lowest turn meter is bad batch, they gain speed up for 1 turn. When a marked expires on an enemy, inflict Daze and healing immunity on them for 1 turn. At the start of the marked enemy's turn, inflict offense down on them for 1 turn, which can be evaded. Whenever a marked enemy is defeated, expose all enemies for 2 turns and reduce the cooldown of This Will Hurt by 5. If Hunter has 15 or more stacks of target practice, he gains a bonus turn when marked expires on enemies. Whenever Hunter gains a stack of target practice...
Hang on. Was that 7 or 8% on the last one? Go back.
7.
7.
7. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I was just checking. I didn't want to, I want to make sure I'm prepared.
You want me to reread it for you?
Yeah, run through it again. I mean, this is great content. I love
Just
this. I mean,
start
this
from
content.
the beginning.
Yeah, start from the
Start
beginning.
from the beginning, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, sorry. I might have... Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to break the immersion there.
It's okay.
Can we reread Jocasta Nu Kit real quick?
Yeah. It's just not Jocasta News. Okay, when are we gonna read Jocasta Nu Kit? That's the better one. What is it? What kit is this?
Aldi, we still got to go through Bitch's kit. We still got the dog.
Oh, for fuck's! Oh my days! Oh my days!
We have to go back to
really.
Every time we get a new character,
This is a disaster. Why are we doing this? Like, honestly, just go to the end and just read the final bit and just go. We finish the kit. I didn't know what to notice.
So when a new character comes out for a team, we go back and reread the past characters that were released, so we can really put together everything. Yeah, so we got.
Do you? Oh God, I regret this already. Thank God it's 5 in the morning.
We still have several kits to go. No, just let me get through this. I promise, and we'll be done. If Hunter has 15 or more stacks of target practice, he gains a bonus turn when mark expires on enemies. When Hunter gains a stack of target practice, reduce the cooldown of This Will Hurt by 1. While Hunter has 40 or more stacks of Soldier of Fortune, enemies are inflicted with buff immunity for 1 turn whenever their buffs are dispelled. When a bad batch ally loses captive, reset the cooldown of This Will Hurt. The Omicron is for territory wars. At the start of the encounter, Hunter has This Will Hurt available. When Hunter gains a stack of target practice, reduce This Will Hurt's cooldown by 5. If there are no GLs while a Bad Batch ally is captive, Bad Batch allies deal an additional instance of damage to a target enemy on their turn. When a marked enemy takes a turn, reduce their max health by 10% stacking until the end of the encounter, excluding GLs. Unique 2, Soldier of Fortune. When a marked enemy is damaged by a Merc ally, Hunter gains a stack of Soldier of Fortune.
Can we get Unique 1 again, please?
Yeah. We have 2 more sentences. Hold on. Whenever a marked is dispelled.
No, but I liked. Okay, Unique 1, I liked. That seemed important.
It will be. It will be here soon because we have another 45 minutes of discussion after this.
Okay, go on.
Whenever marked is dispelled or expires, Hunter loses 5 stacks of Soldier of
Who
Fortune.
listens to this podcast? Oh my days!
Like hundreds of people.
Jesus Christ!
Hundreds
Really?
of people. Yeah, I'm serious. This and
Oh
Scoundrel.
God!
Michael asked you after the show if you want to do a podcast with me. I'll make one with you. We'll do one.
I have sent him that message multiple times.
No! Because everyone is dead. There's no way anyone's listening to this thinking, "Oh, this is very good." Thank you for this. Okay, sorry, but okay, I don't want to. Okay, that was a little brutal. Okay, please get back to your readings.
I love your roast, man. You're like that's what we like. So you're not hurting our feelings.
I'm not. It seems a lot dry with the readings. I don't know. I think we could have skipped to the end.
We don't do this every week. We do this whenever a kit comes out.
Yeah.
It's not an every week thing.
Okay. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back to the start. Okay, rerun the kit from the start. This time I will not interrupt. This time we will enjoy the kit.
Something tells me that's not fucking true, man.
All right, we're gonna start from the top.
I won't interrupt this time. This time I will not interrupt. I will sit here quiet. I'll mute myself.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna start from the beginning because right at the last sentence, we're gonna start from the top. Okay. All right, starting out. At the start of their turn, each mercenary ally gains 3% accuracy for each stack of Soldier of Fortune they have until the start of their next turn. That's the kit.
Woo, they won't be missing. That's all we care about.
I mean, it's kind of helpful for Wrecker for making sure that they keep getting their stacks of target practice, but outside of that, I don't see it being particularly useful.
Well, we haven't even seen Wrecker's kit yet. So the new Wrecker's kit.
What's
in it,
Mercenary? Because his name is Wrecker (parentheses Mercenary).
You'd never know. They might change their minds.
Okay, so Albie said this earlier. A lot of people in the community think that Crosshair is going to have an insta kill. I think this is your insta kill right here. Mm-hmm. I think this is good. It's going to have so much damage. You're marking someone. This is unfortunately the insta kill you guys are looking for. Like you said, there's still 2 more kits.
Yeah.
There's going to be enough assists, damage already being done. You're probably not going to get your insta kill. This is their way of giving you that because they're forcing the mark. He's doing insane damage. I read it so fast I don't even know what was going on. But
no, okay. I don't really cut across you, but the problem with the Hunter insta-kill is it is linked to Omega 2. So it only insta-kills on the Omega 2. It's not a cross game insta-kill. So it is more likely because he's got a cooldown of 30 on his.
But he's got built-in cooldown reduction in his kit. You don't need Omega in order to do it.
He does, yes. But I reckon if I'm running if I'm not running an Omega lead with a 30 cooldown reduction, I'm going to get his insta-kill on maybe his 5th or 6th move, somewhere around that. I honestly think I don't know. I mean, I agree. It's not nailed on, and you're right to challenge me on that. But I think the 30 cooldown is a bit of a hindrance, and it needs the Omega lead to proc the 30. I know. I mean, challenge me. Please challenge. Come back.
Let me point this out to you. If Hunter has 15 or more stacks of target practice, he gains a bonus turn whenever marked expires on enemies. Who inflicts marked? Bitcha. Bitcha inflicts marked, and if the enemy, and so does Hunter. So what if you target an already marked enemy with marked? What does it do? It expires or dispels the old marked and inflicts it again, which means every time you do that, Hunter is going to take a bonus turn, which is just even more cooldown reduction.
I like the challenge, and I agree with you, and you are super smart, and you are right. 100% you're right. But
you don't need to tell me I'm super smart. I don't like being lied to.
Sorry. You are, though. I'm not lying. I am not lying, but you are. You're right. No, you're right. There is small spaces where the new kit might work, but it seems super niche. So rather than running around many counters I hit, it seems kind of divisive on one team. And I think that's my concern about new Bad Batch team is designed for a certain counter and probably bail-in or something like that, but I don't know, it just seems kind of missed its way for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. But, you know, like you guys said, we still have 2 more characters, and maybe he will have an instant kill, because that's what everyone wants. So we don't know yet. We still got a few weeks before we find out.
I think the main thing to look at with this is, yes, the character looks like it's potentially strong, but we still need the rest of the team. We still need to know what the hell Crosshair does. If it turns out that this insta-kill can be powered down by like Crosshair and Wrecker as well, holy shit, it'll be great. It will be dangerous as sin. But looking at the 3 kits we've got now, I can see a point of what Aldi's just said, where what if this is a counter for like the Balin team? What if this is pegged as that counter and it's designed to always counter that team? Is it worthwhile everybody massively invested in it when it's such a niche team? Like,
No,
we've got niche teams out there now.
Already going to invest in it. Because here's what's going to happen is the whales are going to invest in it, and then the other people that they're fighting, the other whales, are going to say, well, everybody is bringing this new Bad Batch team on offense, so I'm never going to put Balin on defense. And then all of the lower tier players are going to say, well, the top end players don't put Balin on defense, so Balin's not a good defense team. So they're not going to bring Balin on, or put Balin on defense. They're always going to bring Balin on offense. And since you're never going to be fighting Balin on defense, you have literally no use for this team.
I think the hardest thing I understand is, where does the dog fit in? Because the dog inflicts bleed. And therefore bleed...
And mark.
But yeah, it's bleed and mark. But bleed is like a long-term... God, I'll hit you the next few 2 or 3 times. It does do mark, but so therefore, if the entire point of the dog is the mark, then you can replace the dog with someone else. I don't know. It just seems a little bit. The dog seems a little bit weird in my world. I
think the main thing with the dog isn't what it inflicts or anything like that. It's 2 things in the unique. It ignores taunt and stealth. And when an ally Bad Batch is captive, it gains 50% speed.
I like that, but it just seems like I say, the bleed seems unnecessary. Like the bleed mechanic that he brought back from the what was the cat thing?
Nexu.
Nexu.
The Nexu.
I don't know, it just seemed unnecessary to bring that back into the kit and then not really use it, which seems to again be like they're not really using it. I don't know. We'll see.
I think that because bleed does two things, right? It's something about taking health damage, and then it reduces tenacity. I think the reducing tenacity is more important.
It's going to come down to. It's going to come down to what does Wrecker do, what does Crosshair do. Without, like, if we get the next one and it starts becoming obvious that they're playing with Mark and they're playing with the bleed and they're playing with all sorts of other bits that we've already got in place, we can kind of make an educated guess at what the last character will be. But until we get that information and like the next kit at least, we're sat here going, now, yeah, we've got a 3-man team. It's a shit 3-man. Who's going to honestly run this 3-man team? Nobody, because Omega buggers off to Nihilus.
Maybe after Hunter's Datacron expires, it'll be a shit 3-man team, but we don't know the details of Hunter's Datacron yet. Hunter's Datacron may be so fucking overpowered, as they normally do with these new release Datacrons, that you can just fucking bring this 3-man team on offense.
Wait. You've just given a spoiler. That was the next subject. No, I'm kidding. The Datacrons usually for characters are powerful as shit. So
the Padawan Obi-Wan Datacron, the Balin Omicron, the Great Mother's Omicron, the Night Trooper Omicron, or Datacron, I mean. I've been saying Omicron for all these, but it's the Datacrons. They were all overpowered.
Jocasta Nu, or however you say her name, she makes that team immune to protection disruption, which is literally called out. No, it's called out in this. So the Bad Batch team is literally going to be countered by the whatever's coming next, right? That's point one.
The antithesis of the Bad Batch.
We've already gotten the solution for Bad Batch, and we haven't even got the Bad Batch finish yet.
I said this a few weeks ago. I think the original Bad Batch team.
Yeah, let Mike talk.
The thing is,
things all day.
The other thing is, this is a yes or no answer. Is Crosshair going to be an attacker? Yes or no?
Most likely.
Yes.
Okay. See, I see him more as a support character. Snipers in my head are support units, military-wise. Whether that translates to the game, I don't know. But let's assume that he is a support character for my idea. There's been a lot of call-outs to Bad Batch attackers, like helping out, assisting, that sort of stuff, which leads it to be only Betcha, which means that you're going to have her in the team to get a lot of these assists. What she does when she's assisting, not a lot, but there seems to be a lot of call-outs to her.
When I think of snipers, I don't think of support. Like, I get where you would come from with, like, supporting fire, cover fire, everything like that. But when I think of snipers, I think of deep penetration into enemy lines.
Ooh, now we're talking.
Deep penetration.
I wasn't even listening until you said that. Yeah, whenever I think of snipers, I think of your head getting blown off. I think of attack. I don't think of fucking support. I'm not buffing. I'm not giving my fellow army people morale. I'm here to.
No, but you are. Yeah, you're not giving them a buff, but you're literally like watching their back when they're running into like combat, into fire. If there's some guy sitting on top of the hill or something, the sniper takes out the guy sitting on the hill. That's how they support. Anyway, we'll see.
Wait, who's been in the army here?
Well, Navy, but not Army.
Hang on, how does gay sex count?
Yes.
Okay, I've been in the army.
And it involves deep penetration, like Matthias was talking about. So
Yeah, we're all fine. Okay, we're all okay. We're all in the army then.
So only you three have an opinion on this. So between you three, between all the gay subs and
Old Man
Battle,
Logan agreed with my take on support for like that.
No,
For crossing.
Mike
But
is
continue.
absolutely right. The sniper's role is usually about supporting the main infantry forces in various ways. That's just not what I immediately think of, and I think what most people don't immediately think of when they think of snipers is not a supporting role. The snipers are the badasses who are assassinating enemy generals and deeply penetrating the enemy lines.
I love when you keep saying penetrate.
I'm just really about deep penetration right now.
All right.
Into enemy lines.
The thing that I look at is
okay. Can I come in? I want to talk a little bit more about that kind of that makeup of team in World of Warcraft, where you want a couple of tanks up front, you want your damage dealers, and you want your snipers, and I think you want your support also. You know, I don't know. There's a lot of different things. Yeah, I just think that Swiggo's got it right with like one tank, one damage dealer, one sniper, one support, and I think that fifth one kind of moves around.
Yeah. I think the main thing that I'm looking at from this is if he's a support, he's not going to be assisting as much. He's going to need more interaction with other things. So his kit's going to be potentially ridiculous. If he's an attacker, he's also assisting more, which is more what you want to see from this sort of team, because they like to assist. It is very much built on the basics seem to do more damage when they're assisting. Like, oh look, they're getting this buff, which then triggers this, that then triggers this, because it's a different character's turn. And I'm really hoping that regardless of whatever he is, his kit is right for him. Like, my only concern is they go, oh yeah, it's a sniper and he's just going to have like two abilities and that's it. And it's like, please just make the kit worthwhile. That's my only thing with him, is make that kit worthwhile.
Yeah, I just think we're in the age where the newest team is going to be pretty good, but very quickly it'll get shoved down by the next one. And it's got to be good no matter what for people to spend on it. That's why, I just feel like there's going to have to be a reason to spend on this team. We'll only find out. We'll find out soon. Can we all agree that no one gives a shit, though? Like, I don't care about this team. And, yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody gives a shit about this team. I know one person who, as a guy in our guild, his name's Loden. He loves Bad Batch. Like, he wailed on Omega Fugitive to take her straight to Relic 5. And his Batcher is still at 4 stars. Because he just didn't give a fuck about Batcher. And now we're finding out about the Hunter Datacron. And he's like, well, I guess we're not getting the Hunter Datacron because I can't wail for Batcher and Hunter. So, oh well.
But Aldi has a 7-star dog. Can we all be happy for him?
No one cares.
Does Aldi have a 7-star Omega?
No one cares. I honestly, that's my point alone. The fact is, I actually think that CG checked out on this team. They were like, oh no, 2 weeks early. Okay, you're getting this much better Librarian. Ignore this team we were currently launching. And I don't understand why, if they wanted to actually push this team, they should have soft played that. Like, if they delayed that announcement like 2 or 3 weeks, then they would have made more money. So I actually think, I think CG, I honestly think the CG checked out on the Bad Batch 2 team, and I'm super sad to see it because I would like to have done them. I don't know. I like what they're doing. They're kind of creating a kind of mid team, but I honestly think that and I quoted last night in my Discord. I think that it was like CG. I want to do a Librarian team. Disney do a Bad Batch 2 team. Oh, CG. Okay. I'll do a Bad Batch. Okay, here's your Bad Batch people. Okay, here. But what we really want to do is our CG. I want to do this team instead, and it just feels like that. And it's sad. It's sad to say, but I expect the Librarian team to be better than all the other. I expect the Librarian team to be Star Killer or Seer based level, and I expect the new Bad Batch to be old Bad Batch level +1. So yeah, I
agree with that.
Yeah.
But there might be but the thing is, there might be some weird theory crafting inside the old and the new Bad Batch, where you can proc, like using new Omega to proc an insta kill, which might be quite cool. And I'm not sure you might need the entire Bad Batch for that, but they will try and lock it down. But that's where I see it works out. That's it. There you go. For me, that's where it's out.
All right. Does anyone really have anything else to say about it? I don't.
Nah.
Not on this one, no. It's one of those where it's just, I think you've hit it very much on the head there, where it's like, if they had waited till next week to confirm Jocasta Nu, it probably would have been a lot better than releasing Hunter and her at the same time.
They kind of went
All
early.
the information.
They kind of went early. It was weird.
Yeah. Usually I expect it next week for all the Datacron stuff, all of the new Conquest character stuff. I was more expecting it to be like, yesterday we got this information at the earliest, and we got it bloody right at the start of the week, and it was like, oh, great, here we go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
One thing I'd add is I think people would be a little more excited if they would have stuck with the original idea of the dog being a summon for Omega and putting like someone like Hemlock, like Ali said. I think it would actually have raised the bar and made people a little more excited than what they are, because splitting up Omega with the dog is just, I get there's like 6 people who love the dog. No offense to you guys, but most of us don't care. It's a dog.
I think honestly, I think there's a lot more people that watch Bad Batch who'd rather have a Hemlock, Tarkin, and the other 3 people around the table. Like, honestly, I think there's more of a dark side Bad Batch Series 2 team, and that would be hype as hell. Like, I would love that team. Like, I would be like, honestly, if I had a Hemlock team with Tarkin in it, it'd be incredible. So yeah, so I think
you've got all the
That's a good point.
assassin troopers as well. Like, there was like 3 of them, the ones with like that blue Mandalorian style helmet. Yeah, I think, like, I completely agree with you. They've given up on this team, and I think it's probably been a forced thing from higher up.
The sad thing is they will come back to it, but it won't be that good. They'll be forced to come back to it where they're doing some comic nonsense, and you're like, no, I want a Dr. Hemlock-led Krennic team, or a Krennic team with Dr. Hemlock, and I want the other 3 people around the table. That's the team I want as a dark side team. And we've not touched on this, and I shouldn't bring it up now because it'll be wrong, but I will. Are they not spamming light side at this point? Where's my dark side? I need a dark side team. Like the only dark side team they've launched a long time is we got Darkside Ray, which was an unnecessary lifter for SOKR, but talk to me.
Yeah, actually, it's funny you said that because we talked about on Scoundrels. Our host Ginger Jesus was like, "I love Darkside."
Okay, sorry. What is Scoundrels?
It's this shitty other podcast. They're a bunch of fuckheads. They're annoying as shit. They're a bunch of assholes. Some dickhead named Bones and Old Man Logan and Avant. They're pieces of shit. Don't watch them.
Yeah,
Watch us. It's irrelevant. But he said the same thing.
Like
as you. That's all I was saying.
My main thing here is Balin was the last proper Darkside team they released, and it's now. I've only just really looked at it, and it's like it is light side being forced down your throat, and it's like I love the Darkside shit. Don't get me wrong, I've loved the Balin kit. I've loved the fact that we've had some really nice Darkside characters last year. But you look at the start of this year and it's like, congratulations, it's all light side. I am really hoping that next era is Rise of the Empire, and just please do something where it's like, here is a load of dark side that go with a dark side team. Oh, and the legendary that you're unlocking is light side. Meaning you've got to use all those Jedi Vanguard that they've done. You've then building a team that's out of them. You're not actually building a team up at the same time. And you're sat there going, okay, well, I've got more dark side fun stuff. Because, yeah, they need to put some stupid shit that we can play with.
So, I have one thing that I want to point out. Was that a few weeks ago when we were talking about the Bad Batch kits, Mike posed a question. And I had it in my mind, and then you guys went off on 8 more tangents, and then it lost my mind. So just fucking keep going on. Never mind. When it comes back, I'll bring it up later.
Well, thank you for interrupting from us moving on to tell us that you forgot something.
I don't want to hear shit from the guy who referred to Ginger Jesus as a co-host on Three Scoundrels, but me and Womprat are still delegated to fucking special guests over here.
No, Womprat's a co-host.
No. You're the only special guest. You're the only
No,
special
fuck you. If you're going to call Ginger Jesus a co-host, you can suck on my fat left nut until you call me a co-host here.
Ginger Jesus is the savior of Swugga. He is the Jesus of Swugga. So fuck you.
All right.
One thing before, are we moving on to viewer questions? Do we have anything else to talk about?
2 things.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So the last of the Ahsoka requirements is now farmable. General Syndulla's come out. She's in Cantina 3G, which is good for all of you people trying to get Ahsoka free to play. We are not going over this topic. Datacrons, they have come out in game. 99% of the population, especially people who listen to us, are probably not likely to be interacting with them for several weeks. Womprat is doing videos on them. Keep an eye out for those. He is going to give a lot more detail than what we are, and
but we will discuss them next
week.
We will. There's no news next week. We'll discuss them. There's no reason not to. But we're not doing it this week. When we have a little bit more information on them, we'll. But I'm very excited about Ginseng. That's awesome. Cantina. I've been sitting there waiting. I'm very, very happy about that.
What the fuck? Yeah. What?
General Syndulla.
Syndulla.
Ginseng. What the
Ginseng. Syndulla. Ginseng.
General Syndulla.
Ginseng.
Yeah.
Just go with it.
So the one thing that I will say with Datacrons before we move on is this is the first time that I am going to be trying to make a load of infographics as well for people. Just so it's a little bit easier.
Yep.
That's the only thing that I'm going to be saying about it. I've been slowly going through, I'm in no rush. I will be probably recording the first of the videos tonight. There is no rush for me to get them out, because the first time that most people are going to have access to them is not this Monday, the following Monday. So I've got, 8-9 days before most people are going to be interacting with them. I will have the whole set of videos out before then, though.
All right.
So expect a lot of videos this week.
Have you got any comments on Datacrons before we move on, LD? Considering you won't be here the next couple of weeks.
I mean, I'm just quite surprised with the Hera going, the final one going to Cantina farm, kind of speeds up the inclusion by about 3 to 4 weeks. So, yeah, I mean, my Glat farm just went from, I mean, I'm Glat free to play, so she just went from being about 5 weeks ago to being maybe about 7 to 8 weeks ago to being about 5 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm kind of cool. I'm kind of cool with that, but it's kind of weird. Nothing about her, but my actually, I'm going to end up being, my hero is going to be my first 2 relics, and then the other 2 idiots will end up being following her behind. But yeah, that's the thing that I surprised, was that they dropped the last one onto Cantina. Because I would have thought, if you were rating real money, drop the second or third last one on Cantina and drop the last one onto that aging. Or you can't get me. That kind of, yeah. So,
I agree.
yeah, so I was surprised the last one dropped in Cantina. I'm not surprised any dropped in Cantina, because I was like, I expect a Cantina, and I was like, why is it not here? But yeah. So
Do you think that would just be nice, given you need like 700 relics to get her?
no,
Yeah.
I don't think anything, because most people have more relics now than they can pick out their backside. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't understand the reason, because I think putting the third or fourth last on Cantina Farm would have made them more money. So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I think.
Oh, sorry.
I think they've been quite clever here. Yes, she is 10 energy, so she's cheap enough that most people are going to be able to accelerate a farm. But they've put her on Cantina, where it's the only place you're getting signal data. So, are you going to heavily invest in her, or are you going to continue farming your signal data that you've been grinding out for the last couple of weeks to actually get the Ahsoka requirements? So you're going to be sat there torn between, I can get more signal data, which I'm going to need, or I can farm her really quick.
I don't think anybody expected them to challenge the signal data with one of the characters. But I think the weird thing is that we didn't expect them to challenge it with the last character.
Yeah.
We expect them to challenge it with like the second or third last. You're right. Yeah. It's, it is a challenge in Sigma. And, yeah.
I was honestly more expecting her to go like bloody ship. A ship node. Seeing it go Cantina, yeah, I'm happy for it. But is that moment of, oh fuck, I can't afford to drop signal data. Not for long. So, yeah.
I just want to say real quick, I don't want to talk too much about this, but where I'm at in the game right now is I'm farming the last 3, right? 2 of them are hard nodes, 1's Cantina. I'm still at like 5 and 6 star with those 2. So I don't really need to, I can sacrifice farming signal data for a couple weeks to get her to 7 star and still be okay. because I'm still going to be farming those other two. It's not like I'm going to instantly unlock Yak. So I hurry up, farm her to 7-star. I'm still waiting on those other 2 marquees. So once she's 7-star, I just build my horde back up. You know, take her to 7 first, and then maybe by the time she's 7, they're at 7-star. I can continue on. It just depends where you're at. It depends what you're trying to work on. Everyone's different. But, you know, if you're free to play around 10 or 11 million, either way, it's a good thing. Like Ali said, I'm surprised.
I mean, Bones, I mean, honestly, Bones, the thing is that the end of this thing is Galat. And the Galactic Association of Tanus, she's amazing. But people just toss her on defense, and she defense a GL. And to be honest, she now has a lot of counters that are not game breaking. So
yeah,
I would not. I'm not rushing to get her because she's making everything incredible. So yeah, I agree. I'm at this point. I'm like, okay, she's a great GL, but I'm just gonna ever have her on defense, and I will never see her again. I'll never really know offense. I will never even know what her things do, because the very second I unlock her, she's going straight on defense, and yeah.
Well, the problem is with this game now is with Omicrons. I used to love Omicrons, but now, so think about, I don't know when it started, when Omicron started, but like, probably like C, JML, maybe even JMK era and before, no teams, every new team that came out was good everywhere. Now, no matter whether they're marquees or legendaries or GLs, they're all just good in one area. You know what I mean? And MSF does the same thing. So it kind of devalues teams now. And they're going to do this for the rest of the time. It's a new trend in these kind of games. And that's kind of where things kind of fall off for value for all teams. They go away much quicker than they used to. We still use Gas. We still use CLS. We still use Darth Revan. We still use Traya. But a lot of these newer teams, they just go to the wind after a while. I mean, like, there's some that stand around. Like, I think Quad May is going to be around a long time. There's those gems here and there, but for the most part, your bang for the buck isn't there anymore because the Omicrons are focused on one thing. Now, there are those teams sometimes, if you want to put extra Omicrons, which none of us want to do, into the team, you can make them good in other places because one character will have a TW, one will have a GAC, one will have a TB. But that's not for every team. But I think that's where the problem kind of started was when they started making them focus on one place. Anyways, that's all I had to say. Anyone else?
I kind of agree there that, like, you go back to the older teams, they were Swiss Army knife teams. You used them in every game mode. You used them in the raid. You didn't care about anything else. It was just, right, okay, I'm getting this done. Now you do look at the teams and you go, I can't use this in this game mode. I can't use this in this game mode. And it's like, there are teams out there that have come out and you look at them in GAC and you go, they should be good. But there is just too many counters for them. And you just sit there and go, I'm not investing in them. And it's sad to see that. It is really sad to see that. So, yeah.
All right, any more news? Anything else, Mike?
No.
Let's get her done.
Yeah, so the only other thing just before the questions is just a reminder about the podcast guild. So if anybody has a alt or even their main, I guess, that they're interested in just playing casually with us, we have a guild. If you want to make a new account, go through the beginner experience, that sort of stuff. If you haven't done that since the update, also welcome. There's no expectations. It's 100% casual. So if you don't play for 3 days or whatever, then so be it. Yeah. So Matthias and I have started new accounts. We'll give updates on how they're going next week when we've got, a little bit more time. And no news. Yeah, so the guild's the Huts Hangout, obviously, name of the podcast. And yeah, just hit up one of us.
Ray Rock. Give us a damn question. Ask me anything. Give us a damn question. We want a huge question. We want out. Okay, Ray Rock. Happy up. You are a nervous, a wonderful person. We love
Ray.
We also love Nave. We love Nave as well. Okay, give us an ask me anything question, and then we'll go back to the. We'll go back to the outro. We'll go back to the outro and okay, God,
So-
we're not. Oh God.
So we don't normally give a fuck about the questions asked in the Twitch chat. If they want a question
Really?
answered on the podcast, they ask it in the podcast.
Why do you
Discord.
keep shutting him down?
God, I'm doing this wrong.
If he wants to,
I'm
answer a
not
question-
shutting him. I don't. Okay,
Oh
Bones,
my
you don't get to
days.
tell me who I am, and I'm not shutting down when you do nothing but shut me down the whole time we do the podcast.
What
So
did I
your
do today?
opinion doesn't
How
matter.
did I shut you down today? You've been quiet
Every
this whole-
time I've
you've been
tried
on
to
your
talk to-
fucking Switch
I
the
mentioned-
whole time. You've been on your Switch the whole time.
I'm not on my Switch. I'm playing the Podcast Guild fucking account, and the only reason that I haven't been more active is because we've had a bunch of people talking the whole fucking time.
Okay,
And I'm trying not to
talk over people.
Hey.
Did not mean to cause a massive.
It's not you, Aldi. It's not you.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I mean, I was
Yeah.
just.
Right.
We out of the podcast questions. So I'm
Well,
Yeah.
apparently, we're not doing that.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck's going on. Just do whatever.
Yeah, it's questions time.
End us.
Saul's right. If you were a co-host,
Right.
we wouldn't shut you down so much.
Right.
Questions, Matthias. Read
Yeah.
the questions.
Question. When do you think the next raid is coming now? And okay, push back. Okay, raid will revive. Okay, something with raids. Okay, next raid. Let's run around everyone, and then we can finish this shit and get out of this world.
No, we actually have questions in Discord. That's what Matthias was saying.
Okay, fuck
Yeah.
Discord. Discord, nobody listens to Discord. Discord's a piece of shit.
They're already on there.
Okay,
They've been
fuck
put in.
Discord. Well, it's not pre. That's pre. Okay, it's a live event. Okay. Okay. There was saltiness because of. Oh shit. Okay. Apparently, there's Discord questions, so we can't talk to the
Yes.
live people.
We will answer that one as well. But
Okay.
we'll do the
Right.
Discord ones.
Okay, live people, fuck off. We will talk to the Discord people sometime.
All right, Matthias, go.
So we only got 4 things posted in the questions chat this time in Discord, and 2 of them were from Nihilus complaining about last week's Discord questions. Apparently we answered his question wrong about whether or not Batcha coming to the game opens the door for more beast creatures. But the first question this week comes from TK, who wants to know why we would need a conquest lifter for an unreleased legendary character.
So they did say that Conquest and the New Eras weren't always going to line up. If they have got a plan to do it, it might just mean that it drops early because of how it's going to line up, that this is the best time that they can get that character in. It is a bit shit that we're going to get the lifter before, but you then look at, like, when we got Ezra. We technically got Ezra before we got Glab. So it does happen every so often. It doesn't happen a lot that, oh, look, here's a lifter that's before the unit. But at the end of the day, it's just another unit. It might end up not even near it. You look at Maul. Maul is a lifter for Lord Vader. How many people actually use Maul at the same time?
I'm thinking more TK is asking, why don't they just make the legendary better? It's not released yet. Why don't they just make it fucking better so it doesn't need a lifter? Which I agree with. Like, if the legendary came out and it was shit and not doing as good as what they'd hoped, Then you bring the lifter in and go, well, here's the fix to it not beating blah 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 blah. Yeah. I don't like the lifter coming first.
Because this game is ran by a fucking coffee machine. It's planned a year ahead. You know, and they got it all fucked up. Their bandwidth issue with the legendary, they're not like they used to be. They're not. You saw the fucking every time a post is made, it sounds like a fucking 4-year-old made it. Like it's being made by an AI coffee machine, laptop, Wi-Fi router, all in one. I mean, we saw it. His name is CG Coffee. We have a DJ Vibe X, you know, building morale in there. There's 4 people in there, and one of them's a coffee machine doing work. That's why. That's why that's happening.
It's the AI coffee machine just making a slight miscalculation, and it's realised, oh, let's bring it out early. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. That's what's happened, really.
So word it this way: here is a conquest character that you're going to have a team for later, which is going to end with a legendary. Not this conquest toon is going to be a lifter for this shit character.
Yeah.
Why am I going to spend money on a character that they've already planned a lifter for?
Yeah. They should have just literally said this is a character for a new team.
Exactly. Yeah. This team is going to come out in the third era of the year, and it's going to end with a legendary, which is going to be very useful for this team. Or for this character that's coming out in Conquest. Not, this is a lifter. Anyway.
All right.
Like the vibe is so different now. We started on such a good note.
Okay, LD, have you got anything about TK's question?
No. Ask me a question. 100% right now. Ask Aldi a question. If you have Aldi a question, ask me a question. No filtering, no Discord, no shite. Just put it in chat in Twitch right now. And we'll answer it. Okay, we will answer it.
What is? Okay, I've got a good question for you.
Okay. You ask me a warmer up.
What is your favourite haggis to go and catch? Is it a Highland haggis, Lowland haggis?
I hate haggis. Haggis is my worst. Honestly, Honestly, we get to Robert Burns night. You get force-fed haggis. I hate haggis. Okay. Anyway, Ollie, what is your take on the raid situation? What do you think the situation is? I don't like haggis. Okay, the raid situation for me, I honestly think that CG love the current raid. I think the current raids made them a load of money because a load of fools have relic 9 idiots for no apparent reason. So I think CG likes the current raid meta. So I think they're gonna okay, we're gonna do that again. I think they will do it in a 4. I think they'll do 4 waves instead of 8.
Why do you think it'll go back to 4?
Because I think they think that people don't like 8 for the level of. Okay, we don't like doing 8 things. So if I reduce it to 4 with the same complexity and the same bullshit, people won't think, oh, hang on, this is the same bullshit I already had. Therefore, I don't. So I think they will reduce 8 to 4, and I think we will have. For me, I don't even know what the full raid will be. I expect it to be. I said a long time ago. I expect it to be like a full raid of like the night troopers coming at you and using Ahsoka and maybe I don't know, maybe my night troopers. I don't know. Anyway.
Like the Spectre and the New Night sister team.
Yeah, that's what kind of expected, but Aldi, how many beers have you had since during the podcast? About 5 or 6, 7 or 8. It's been quite a lot.
9, maybe 10.
Maybe 9, maybe 10. Oh, I'm only here. I'm a special guest. I know, but I just pushed my way in the last minute, going, Jesus, we should do this.
Hey, it's fun. That's the important part.
I love the game. I love the game. And I, especially as a content creator, I actually want every other content creator to do well. Like, I don't want...
Yeah, I agree.
That's the weirdest thing. And I don't control the content. I'm not like, oh God, I'll tell you this. I am literally like, you do your content, you grow your community, you find other people, and then eventually those people will find my content, and they'll be like, whoa, I like this content. And the people that I find will find the Hangout content and go, oh, I like this content. And that's how the world grows.
Same, I agree.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's why I love collab. And people don't collab like they used to. In the golden era, people are always collabing with each other, and no one really likes to do that anymore. It's
There's a stream. There is a stream together function with Twitch now. I saw it today when I was fiddling around with the settings and that.
The thing is, yes, they've made it easier to do collaborations with each other as a whole. What I seem to find with a lot of players now is they're a lot more focused on what they want to do. They just want to see what the creators are doing, and it's like, that's fine. But it's like, there's some creators you have to love for who they are. Like, I absolutely love watching all these streams. Even like when I'm just waking, he goes on, it's why there's a link in my Discord for it. He goes on, I roll over, put it on the tablet, and it's like, right, I'm getting ready for the day. And there's other creators that I'll do the exact same thing for, like Tasnex. He goes on so late that I'm usually getting into bed. Well, the tablet's there, I put it on. And that's what a lot of people have, like, the whole community don't understand. A lot of the time where there's one or two of us on, or there's just one of us on, is what time is best for us to be streaming. Sometimes doing collabs with others just is really, really hard because of time zones.
Just be
like be
the best you can be, and ignore who's raiding you. Ignore who you're gonna raid into. Just be the best you can. And just be like, put your heart and your soul into what you're wanting, and you will attract people towards your stream. They're like, wow, I love this guy's take. I love this guy's roster. Don't be the next Aldi. Don't be the next Urs. Don't be the next Star Wars dad. Just be the next, be you. Be you.
Yep,
that's my only advice. Be yourself. Don't just absolutely be yourself and nail it. Don't worry how big your roster is, big or small.
Don't worry about the views. Don't worry about the views.
Like I say, when I go to the toilet, it does not matter how big your views are. My P1-ness is still the biggest in that toilet. And just come back with that attitude and just go live, even if you're 2 GP million, if you're 1 GP million, if you're 4, just go live. You are loved, and we want you in this community, and we damn well love you. We love you, and I will raid the hell out of you because we love those people. Sorry.
It's like when I first started, a couple of the people to first raid me. One was Bones, one was Aldi, And then you've had a couple of others that have now left, and it's like, okay, great. But as I've grown, it's like I've sat there and I've seen like small creators coming up, and it's like, you know what? I'll raid the smaller guy because the smaller guy is still building. They're still trying to grow. They're still trying to find their feet. And it's like, I don't produce a lot of videos on YouTube, but the videos I put out on YouTube are number one, the podcast. But then it's like, okay, well, I love datacrons. I sit there, I break datacrons down. I love Conquest. I've already started my Conquest plan for the next Conquest. And it's like, those videos I've got to record this week.
How are you planning when you don't know what it is yet?
All the feats
They've already all the feats are out.
Okay.
I threw it in one of the chats for us all.
Okay.
And it's like, it's horrible that those feats are out. But I've got 2 weeks. I will probably have that video ready way before Monday or Tuesday this week. It'll just be, I'm probably going to stagger them out. I'm going to break it down in a neat, nice way. And as I've said before, that's the stuff I enjoy. Like, I am loving the what's going on videos because when I see them, I can wet myself laughing. The titles alone can get you going at times. And it is, everybody has their own way of doing things. Everybody has got content they're really going to be good at. And it's like the first time in a long time I've watched the video by Tasnex and Fatal and that lot talking about modding and everything else, and their Datacron video. I watched the first one in a long time about that the other day, and I absolutely fucking loved it. And it's like, because of who they are, that content is good. And the best thing we could say to anybody that's wanting to start, can't get off the keyboard, is not that somebody is determined to sit on the keyboard, is literally just enjoy it. Like, the podcasts themselves are great. They're a great way for us to, like, sit here and have a laugh with other creators that we don't get to see a lot, don't get to chat with a lot. Like, Aldi, yeah, I get to watch him a lot. I'd love to face his account with the big account because I could guarantee it'll be, oh, we've drew each other. Do you mind delaying by half an hour and I'll start half an hour later? Half an hour earlier. Yeah, let's do something stupid. And it would be, let's use the stream together. Let's use something ridiculous. And let's see what stupid shit we can pull off. Granted, it might be absolute chaos and we just go, let's go for blood. But let's do it at the same time and have a laugh. Right.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all that.
I think what he literally is saying right now is fuck the scoundrels nonsense. What he's saying right now is the Huts Hangout is 100% the place to live in. This is your one and only podcast hosted by Bones. Anyway, you guys are incredible.
I like it.
Thank you so much. I like you guys. Thank you for being part of my world.
I don't know who Matthias is mad at. I guess me, but we like you too. I think he likes you.
Probably mad at everyone. Probably mad at everyone. Like, literally, are we banned from this? Along with every other, God, I'll have to go back to the Gambit one. God, oh my God.
You'll never do a show again.
God.
You'll never do another one.
God, I'm done. I'm cancelled. Anyway, you look after yourself. Everyone, have an incredible night.
Are we shutting down?
Why do I know? Was there more questions? Well, I asked for questions, and I was told that questions were only allowed in Discord.
Oh my God!
Okay.
We have got a few questions that have been asked by Nev for you in Discord as well. So if you want to fly through them, and then
we're also not even to those questions yet. There's still another question before those.
Right,
this is why I've been sitting over here being annoyed the whole time. The whole thing's just getting derailed constantly. Like, at least follow some semblance of the structure we want to do.
Right. Right. Mister.
Next question.
Next question now.
What version of a... The next question comes from Bane. He wants to know what version of a dark side character that doesn't exist would you like to come to the game? A couple of examples would be something like an evil Wicket, a dark side Luminara, or a murderer Chewbacca. Or, you know, whatever else you want to see. Like, if there's some kind of light side character that you want to see have a villain arc, what one would be your favorite?
Paris.
Barris,
you
evil
could
Barris
get
does
Inquisitor
exist already.
Barris.
But she's already in the game.
Yeah, but not in game.
Yeah, but not in game.
Okay.
When
When I read Bane's question, he says that doesn't exist. I think in all of canon, like does not exist.
Oh.
Evil Barris does exist in canon.
I like the idea of an evil Wicket, like an evil. Okay, when I watch films, I love. Okay, this is going for hours, but I love the third film, sixth film, and therefore I love a kind of like a weird kind of like meta where the Ewoks were dark side, because I don't think they were ever kind of confirmed as being light side, or they were just kind of in the way.
They're Ufus.
Yeah.
They're Ufus.
Yeah. So for me, I'd love a dark side Ewok team for me.
That would be hilarious. I mean, they ate the stormtroopers afterwards, so they're not
Really?
totally. Yeah, they were gonna eat Leia, or not Leia, but like Han and Luke. They were gonna cook them.
Yeah.
So you don't think they didn't eat the
Okay.
stormtroopers?
I don't know. I can't say I thought about it.
Look up in the Wicket.
Yeah, I mean,
the Wicket comics. They do it.
Okay.
so Ewoks
honestly,
are not people.
Hold on, let Matthias.
Ewoks are bears.
Let Matthias go.
Ewoks are not people. Ewoks are bears. Bears eat people. Like, that doesn't make them evil. It's part of their nature.
Yep. And if you
honestly,
hold on. If you ever watch
yeah.
the Ewok movies, they eat the girl's family too. The little girl's family.
It's food.
the
Yeah.
the honest part for me there is you've probably hit the nail on the head with the character all of us really would love to see is Evil Wicket. Because you could imagine just this little evil bloody Ewok running around going, rip things off, eat it, and just go on a murder bear spree. It could just do a murder bear spree and we'd all laugh.
I mean,
So yeah, you've hit one on the head there.
mine's not going to be any good. Just a dark side Luke. I don't have anything else.
Yeah, that's not a bad one.
I just don't have anything else.
Yeah.
The Ewoks one's amazing. I can't beat that. And I'm trying to think who else would I want to see dark side. I wouldn't really care about anyone.
Ooh. Dark side Han Solo.
There would be cooler bad guys being light side. Like, I want to see a light side Darth Vader, or
Yeah, that's just Anakin.
No, he was always bad. Okay, next question. Has everyone answered?
Yep.
Sorry. Okay.
How about an evil version of the Emperor, since the Emperor did nothing wrong?
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows that Anakin blew up the Death Star, and if it had happened to be Luke, he killed I don't know, 50,000 people
Billions.
probably. Yeah. So what a piece of shit.
Well, not billions, but a lot.
I mean, planets were.
At least millions.
Yeah.
There's
At least
planets were.
millions.
Yeah. So what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Asinix in the chat says an evil emperor, this time with feeling.
All right, next.
Right.
All right, so now it's getting into Nev's questions for Aldous that all got posted after I said that we read the questions in Discord. Nev said, well, fuck you then, and joined the Discord just so he could ask 8 questions to Aldous. So, He wants to know, what is Aldous drinking? What did Aldous eat for dinner? What is Aldous going to continue to whale this year? What squad is Aldous working on right now? What is your favorite lead in GAC right now? What's Aldous's go-to squad for cleaning up a GL? And GL counter versus GL, or two non-GLs versus GL to Aldous.
Okay. What's Aldous drinking is Heineken out of the bottle. What did Aldi have dinner is nothing. He skipped dinner.
Heineken for dinner.
Yeah, you just had a liquid lunch.
Even worse.
Liquid lunch. Perfectly fine.
Don't interrupt. Okay, my Bay, it's Afra versus Jabba was the first part of the question. So non-GL versus GL is Afra. What is my GL versus GL? Ooh. I think Leia versus Leia. I think that is the new. I think Leia versus Leia will become a thing. I think Leia's the new. Leia on offense has become a kind of utility versus Leia and Glat things, but yeah, so Leia versus Leia. I forget the other. What are the other questions?
So the other one is: are you going to continue to whale this year?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
What squads are you working on right now?
I'm working on Glat and Balin, but I don't even. I can't even tell you. I'm farming the same mods every day, but I couldn't tell you which one were Glat ones and which ones were Balin ones. Like I've got like 5 or 6 people on my farm, and I couldn't tell you. I honestly I don't know which ones are Balin ones. Yeah, I'm working on Balin and Glat, but I'm just farming the mods and new characters. I'm sorry to be so blind with that, but I'm not working on any. Yeah, I'm farming the thing.
And then there's 2 more, but the second to last one is: what is your favorite lead in GAC right now? He's thinking.
You know.
Yeah, it's just going to be Bay. Everybody agrees. It's Afro.
It's Bay. Everyone knows it's Bay. It is Dr. Afra. It is my Bay. Aussie Mike knows it's Bay. Everyone in chat knows it's Bay. It is my favorite release. It is 100% Bay. Bay Rex Jabba. Like she has never lost ever on my channel. She wrecks Jabba. Bay is incredible. I love my Bay. Bay, number 1.
I always lose.
And then
every time I use her, I lose every time. I'm trying.
And the last question is: what is your go-to cleanup squad for GLs? No, he likes killing everything with Afro. It's fun though.
I do love. I used it last round. General Grievous. I'd forgotten how good he was. Like, because you don't use General Grievous much in Kyber 1 and Kyber 2, but General Grievous with General Grievous does clean up very well. As does Mon Mothra, we know that. But I think my number 1 cleanup, my surprise cleanup was General Grievous for me.
Yep, Nev's been on a Maul kick. He's been taking Maul against Leia. He hung out with me the other day and showed me on stream.
I was cleaning up a Rey. I think the Ben was dead, but yeah, I was struggling to kill But yeah, I think I eventually did a grievousy thing. I don't know. That's my thing.
All right, guys.
So,
Are you ready to end this?
Well,
For
just
all?
Tass is just messaging me saying that he's going to start streaming soon. So we'll jump across to him.
So
When
Task
he
X
starts
is going
up.
to come on, and we're going to do another 4 hours, guys. So just hang in
Well,
there.
he messaged me thinking we still had like an hour to go. He's like, it's only... You guys have got another hour in you, right? It hasn't even been 3 hours yet. And I was like, fucked if I know how we've managed this.
It feels
we
like
had
we've
two
been on for
kids.
6 hours right now. It seems like the
I don't
longest
know.
podcast ever.
It seems so weird that we've managed to do 2 kits. It's just wow.
Okay, well, someone better hit live because we're going to do Braves Fan Tan if someone doesn't go on because it's literally ending. So
quick, task next. Quick, press the buttons.
But okay, well, I don't know. We'll see. But we're not going to sit here and wait. I'm not editing all this out. So
Yeah.
So Phil.
So we do have one more question.
Yeah,
We do have one more question. Is he here? Matthias, can you read the question now?
Where's the question?
Yeah, Almenicus, who is a member of our House of the Hut Guild, says that he does not actually have a good question right now, so he's just going to ask this. Can we get a fuck Bones? Just go ahead,
So
everybody in the chat, fuck you Bones, exclamation FUB, everyone just do it.
Yep. Quick, let's see how quick we can fill that chat with fuck you Boneses.
before we go,
Hilarious.
can we go over Omega 2's kit before we go? Just so Alice is refreshed.
How's everybody liking Darkside Ray?
Oh, God.
Actually, we haven't even mentioned Ray.
Thank God. We all know how people want to fucking modern.
We actually had a.
You guys,
we actually had
are
another
so
question.
Like, you
apparently
guys
got
are so fucking
deleted.
like. I literally, I did a few bones before we went live. And literally, it was the most cutting thing you've ever had in your life. And they were just staring at me going, "Oh my God, we shouldn't do that. That's wrong." I'm so bad. It was so bad. It is not on Twitch. It is awful.
Yeah, it was very funny before it, and it was just like, yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How much is the Chiefs going to win by tomorrow? Tomorrow's the Super Bowl, boys. How much?
They're going to win by negative 20 points.
When does the game? Because I thought it was Monday morning for me.
Well, for you, but we live in real time.
Yeah, but tomorrow is still Sunday.
Okay, all right, Mike. I'm going to break this down.
Wait, the game is in like a little over 24 hours.
So
right now. Okay, so then that would be Monday morning. Okay.
Right now it's 10:37 a.m. It starts at 6:30.
All right, you can stop talking. Tass is live. You can rate him.
32 hours.
I gotta make sure I spell his name right. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure he just sent me a message saying he's live. So, but it hasn't come through. I haven't got a notification.
Okay, I got a notification on his Discord.
Okay. We can unload. We can unload on. We can load on Bones now.
Shit, guys.
Okay. What's the?
Everyone stop.
No, but you hit the thing. You hit the thing. Give me a countdown.
Hold on. They just released Wrecker's kit. We have to go over that first.
Oh, no. Fucking hell, really?
I'm just kidding.
Fuck off.
Alright, I'm hitting
Jesus
the thing.
Christ.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for everything you guys do. Aldi, pimp your stuff real quick before we get raid tasks.
Don't give a shit. Fuck everyone here. I don't know what this is. This is significantly better than the Three Scoundrels Cantina. I don't know who the fuck those. Honestly, Hut's Hangout is where the people that hang out. Hut Hangout. I don't know. It's bad.
Aldi, this has been a great experience, buddy. So good to finally get to hang out with you, my man.
Well, that bud.
You're definitely a hut for life. Maybe we'll get you in the Scoundrels, if you're willing to bear with that.
Nah, fuck them.
No, fuck that.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Not Dixon.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Christ. It's like a poor person's. It's like a poor man's hangout.
It really is.
There we go. You've heard it from the island. Scoundrels is the poor man's version of the Huts Hangout.
It's a it's a poor man's. Okay, like
Team yeah. We're about to raid, so I can't let Womp do his pimping or anything like that. But love you guys. Love everyone.
Guys, you know where I am.
We appreciate you guys, all the support and love. We're going to raid Task next. Love you guys. See you next week.
See you soon, guys. And there we go. Boom.